That's how you watch the games. The Guardians and Tigers will play game 1 on Saturday. We know Tanner Bybee will pitch for the Guardians. The Tigers will do what they've been doing for the last month, and that is go with a bullpen game, which they do every game now, except for when Tarek Skubal pitches. Skubal will pitch game 2 and then probably game 5 if there is one. So obviously, if you're the Guardians, you want to try to take care of business in 4 games and not let it get to that 5th game. It's going to start with that first game. Now, Tarek Skubal's a great pitcher, and the Tigers are the hottest team in baseball. There's no denying that. They've got the best record in baseball in the last 2 months. I still believe the Guardians will win this series. I think they'll win it 4. I feel very good about their chances. I understand the Tigers have some momentum, and that's going to make people antsy. And Tigers are a big story. They're going to get a lot of hype right now, and it's going to piss everybody off. It is what it is. And the Tigers did a great job. They were down yesterday. The Astros, they came back, and Andy Ibanez, who's had 1 RBI since the start of September, had a 3-run double against Josh Hader in a tie game in the 8th. Big-time clutch at bat. But I still like the Guardians' chances. The bottom line is, to me, they're the better team. The only edge the Tigers have is they've got a better number 1 starters because Skubal's better than Bieber. Outside of that, the rotations is an edge to the Guardians, believe it or not. I mean, neither one has a great rotation. The Tigers' pen's been great. Guardians' pen is better. Tigers top of the lineup. Guardians better. Guardians better defensively. Both teams are excellent running the bases. They're similar style teams, but the Guardians are better. That doesn't always mean you're going to win.
I guess the biggest concern is how did the layoff, because they got rained out their last game, and they've been off. Yeah, so how are they after being off for a week?
That's the big question.
People are concerned because of the All-Star break and how that was. They came out very flat in there. Listen, the Tigers do scare me a little bit because, Skubal is unbelievable. Obviously, I'm mad that you are going to be right. He ain't officially won the side yet,
but he's going.
Yeah, I'm mad about that, but whatever. And I had seen a stat that said that Tanner Bybee is 1-3 versus them.
Yeah, I don't
this
know.
Season.
But what is his ERA? I mean,
I didn't see all that.
Man. They haven't played each other since July, and the Tigers were a different team then. So, Guardians did win the season series 7-6.
We got Big Christmas, so we good.
Man,
go ahead.
I don't. This series.
It make you nervous, don't it?
Slightly, because they got the way the Guardians play is they just anybody that they put in the lineup they expect to deliver. They're going to be doing some righty lefty type things in a batting order, and that means guys aren't going to get consistent at bats. I want
to. Tigers do that too, though.
I know, I just me personally, I don't be feeling good about it because it's like. I want my guys to be getting consistent at bats. So, even if they're not seeing the ball well in the beginning of the series, they still got their level of at-bats to work themselves out so they can be seeing the ball better at the end of the series. And given the fact that they're going to be throwing a bunch of pitchers, right? So you're never going to be up there getting a good look at one guy more than one time.
That's true.
So, and then you're going to be rotating guys in based on righty and lefty. So, when every at bat then means it counts, right? You those bats. You asking those guys to go up there with limited reps, limited experience in terms of seeing these guys play. So that for me tells me I need my big guys. This should be a Josh Naylor series. This should be a Josh.
No. If Whatchamacallit owe me 7 more home runs. So Big Christmas. He gonna get them all.
Well, he'll get a chance to play because he's gonna face lefties and. Skubal's going to start 2 games, so he'll start those games. The Tigers have a lot of lefties in their pen. They have this Tyler Holton, Will Vest, who closed the game yesterday. They got a lot of interesting arms, but they are going to go like the Guardians in a lot of ways with a lot of different pitchers because Tarek Skubal pitched the first 6 innings against the Astros, and then their last 12 innings against the Astros, the final 3 of that first game, and all 9 innings yesterday, no pitcher went more than an inning and 2/3. So as you said, you're not facing outside of Skubal.
Inning and 2/3.
That's it.
Mm-hmm.
They was doing it like that.
That's right.
That's how they gonna play.
You're right. Now you'll face a guy 2 days in a row.
Right.
But if you're a Guardians hitter outside of school ball, you're not going to face the same pitcher 2 times in a row in a game. It's unlikely. There might be like 1 or 2 batters where that happens. A guy faces 10 batters, maybe. But for the most part, outside of school ball, you're not going to face any. And outside of Bybee, that might end up being the same thing with the Guardians, unless one of their other starters has a dominant effort.
And what is so for me?
Yeah.
I need to lean on your best players. Hey, Jose, you a switch hitter? Guess what? You gonna see you up there every way. You gonna be righty lefty. We need this series to be about Jose got us that 3-run home run to start this thing off, and it was downhill. Josh Naylor hit a bomb. More than anything, the Guardians are a team, and it's weird to say this about momentum and things. The Guardians always seem to bring that energy level. Right? They always seem to have that encompassed on the road or at home. Use that home crowd to your advantage, and because the pitchers are going to vibe off that. Can you imagine getting off to a 3-0 lead, 2-0 lead, and now you home, you got the towels waving. I know y'all. Right. Hey Curtis, I know you got a promotion. I know you giving out towels, and they're gonna be white, they're gonna be red. What we doing? Hey, and by the way, you have something that you could be doing. I would have every game. I'm a marketing guy. Every game, I would have somebody up there. I don't know who it is. I got to have a drum line or something up there. We got to bring back old boy.
Yeah, that's
true. That was one of the biggest advantages home court. I'm like, well, you do. You know how nerve-wracking that is? You know how intimidating that is? Bring that back.
You do need to drum back.
Bring the playoff drums. You ain't got to do it the regular season.
Yeah.
You can even market it. You know what time it is. It's the playoffs.
It's important to get off to a good start. Yeah, I think the Guardians got to win game 1 because I don't want to be going into game 2 with Skubal pitching down 0-1. You got to win game 1, take care of business. I think they will. I feel really good about it. But, yeah, I get why people are nervous because the Tigers are the hottest team in baseball.
If they get that win, they're gonna make the Browns look easy. Like if they win, we ain't even gonna be pressed like that. If the Browns, we not even pressed like that.
Oh yes, we are.
Nah, listen.
The Browns go 1-4. Hey, burn the town.
For that day on Saturday, it's early enough. You
what
get
time
a dub.
Yeah.
You gonna watch a little college football. You might eat something. Man,
108.
Man, that's beautiful.
Oh yeah, that's right before the Buckeyes come on at 3:30.
Look, listen. I'm downstairs in the cave tomorrow. They're gonna get this win. We need that win.
They got to take care of business again. We don't know who's starting for the Tigers. I don't know that it really matters because they're just going to use a bunch of guys. And it'll be interesting to see, and the Guardians will probably announce this sometime tomorrow, what the makeup is, like who's getting these last few spots. It's a 5-game series. Usually during the regular season, you'll go 13 hitters, 13 pitchers. I wonder if they go with a 14th hitter and use only 12 pitchers. I think they might do that to have an extra pinch running option, an extra pinch hitting option. And if so, who is that? Do you bring Tyler Freeman back? Well, actually, right now the Guardians are at 28 because you play September with 28, so they got to take 2 guys off the roster. And they have had 14 and 14. But I wonder if they'll just take 2 pitchers off.
Who do you think they'll drop?
What's that?
Who do you think they'll drop?
From the pitching staff? Well, it's really.
How are you going to get from 28 to 26?
Yeah, let me bring the active roster.
We got a sec because our next guest isn't here yet. So
okay, let me just bring it up in front of me so I'm looking at it actively. They're going to have to find 3 spots because
he just popped on, so make it quick, Bull.
All right, yeah. So they'll have to find 3 spots because Alex Cobb, I assume, is going to pitch in this series. So if that's the case, you'll have to find 3 guys to bump off the roster.
Angel Martinez.
So I don't think it's going to be any hitters.
None?
Here's who I think is going to be off the roster. Eli Morgan.
Okay.
I think he'll be gone. I think Cantillo. I think they'll leave Cantillo off. I think they'll leave Morgan off. And then the last guy out, I'm going to say is Nick Sandlin because he's pitched pretty poorly. I'll say those are the 3 guys out.
We got about 2 minutes where we're gonna bring in our next guest bowl, but let's go across the board real quick. Confidence level.
Yeah.
The Guardians can beat the Tigers in a 5-game series and move on to the ALCS.
Oh, they can win.
Or they will. Sorry, not that they can. That they
8.
will.
Can, 10, will, 8. I'll say 8. I feel 8 out of 10.
Can, 10, will, 7.
Man, I'm going to go at 8.5, will. Give me the 8.5.
There you go.
You playing in 8.5. Hey, you see them in the division. Let's not act like they're world beaters. They got one pitcher. I don't care about their sticks.
I hear you.
And we got home field.
The only concern is that they're sizzling hot. That's it.
That's all.
That's it. And they're a young team.
Yeah,
if they're feeling themselves.
If they hadn't had the past month that they have, I'd say we win.
Right. Well, then they wouldn't have been in the playoffs.
Boom, it'd be easy.